up last week. That's why we did not return to action, but we're returning to action this week from Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. It's the Uber Eats 253. Not actually the sponsor or a sponsor of NASCAR. Just calling it that, but here we go.
Coming to the green.
So Sam Mayer and Irvine to lead this field to green, and the green flag is out. 75 laps. Here from Mid-Ohio, 20 laps here in stage one.
Clear to your right.
So far the 24 doing good in this season as we have reached the 2023 stretch of the season. Season started in September of 2022. Oh, 24, a little bit off the track there. Great road course racer here out of the 24. Alex LeBay up to second. And just like that, lap one here at Mid-Ohio is complete. And the 24 pulling away with it. No surprise there, he's had a fast car this season so far. And he hints at possibly slowing his car up just a little bit. That way he doesn't pull out to such of a gap at the tracks. But what doesn't help too is these long straightaways that when he's up to speed, he can pull away on these long straightaways. Yeah, he's got a big gap over Alex LeBay already. And we're only one lap into this race. In which it has 75 laps. The 24 is going to let them catch up some because he already has such a big gap that we're being told over his radio. So 2 laps in. Alright, now that everybody's caught back up. Oh, look at that! Riley Herbst making a move for a second. That was nice of the 24 to slow up a little bit and let them catch up. Now I think it's just downright competition from here on out. Only reason he really slowed up that time is because it was only like a lap into the race. So now I think this is where he's going to full throttle it, win the stage, hopefully. No guarantees. And, you know, move on. But there's 20 laps here in stage one. You can only go so far on fuel. like, would you have to give up the stage win to come in and get fuel? 17 laps remain here in stage 1. We're being told Riley Herbst is about 5.9 seconds back away from the leader, but the leader is catching up to lap traffic. And we talked about the leader only slowed up that one time. I don't think he's going to be as nice this time. At least I would hope not, because you're trying to compete for wins out here. I mean, sure, there's nothing wrong with being friendly every once in a while, but despite him winning practically every race to this point, he's still going to compete for wins regardless. And Matt Mills is now a lap down. Oh, in the back of green, and around he goes. Will he stay green?
All right, you're clear. Clear all around. Excellent lap. Good job. All clear.
Star now a lap down. A couple seasons ago, he snagged a couple wins. Went winless last year.
All right, you're clear. All right.
I would say, though, that this is the 24 Cinderella season. His rookie year when he was driving the 19, he won the first few races back to back. Then he finished like 36th or 30th or something like that at Texas in the Xfinity race. And then last season, like, same thing. He won the first few races. Then the other race was won by somebody else. And this season, he's won every race to this point. And definitely a strong contender for this race.
All clear.
And you know he's going to give it his all. Whoa, try to avoid pit road there. Oh, he's off the track. Into the grass. Quickly back on and under control. 15 to go in stage 1. Oh, contact. 24 into the 61. That spins him around. And the 24 is saying that was his fault. He jerked the wheel.
Coming to the green, driver. You ready?
So green flag's out.
Let's go.
61 gets the free pass. 12 to go.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear. Right side, right side. Right side's clear. Right side, all clear.
Nice blocking by the 24. 10 laps of fuel, 12 to go.
Right side, right side. All right, you're clear.
We're being told he let them catch up again because he wants to try to save some lap. Oh, here comes Cedric. And Cedric not going to be able to make up the speed, though. This looks like a race for the end. Like, even though we just practically started about 9 laps ago, this looks like a race to the checkered flag. And there is a car out of the race that could be the 61. That is a tough day for him. 24 jerked the wheel, got into him, spun him out. Welcome to the One Viewer. We are back after a 2-week break for Christmas, and then we ended up... New Year's was unexpected. We were supposed to go racing, but had some stuff come up. And that's actually Josh Berry out of the race already. Riley Herbst, about 3.5 seconds back, as we're on lap 10 of 20 here at Mid-Ohio. The Uber Eats 253. Tomorrow, Cup Series action from Mid-Ohio. Right here on YouTube TV Network. Getting closer and closer to the conclusion of our coverage for the season, as that All-Star Weekend at Las Vegas concludes our coverage. And to the One Viewer, I will pause to see what you needed. Dang. That's rough, man. I hate getting sick. Okay. You guys didn't see that. You guys did not see me pause. So. We're in that helmet cam presented by YouTube TV Network. On the 24 now, and gotta love that sight. No cars in front of you. I guess you could love the fact if it's a lap car in front of you, because at least you know they're not gonna beat you. Give us a second, we were watching something. Pause, so we don't get passed. Okay, let's get on the gas now. Actually, you know what? You know what? We did have a gap on those guys, so I'll let them catch up a little bit. Okay. Alright, 10 laps to go. Here in stage 1. Gonna have to pit soon, most likely under the next caution. Oh, he's gonna gas it through. He ran over the curb. He abused the curb 100%. And now he's off the track, mowing the grass here in Mid-Ohio. Is the 24 getting scared on the track? Keeps looking back to see how far that 98's back. Oh, the 24 decided to pit, so he's actually going to fall back to 22nd. And that's not a bad choice because he didn't have enough fuel to make it to the end of the stage anyway. Nobody really did. So, and gotta love AI. So here we are back up to green. Actually lost another spot, but then gained it back.
Clear left, right side. All clear.
Sam Mayer started second and unfortunately has fallen back. Riley Herbst currently is the leader, but look at the 24.
All clear.
He's sliding through this traffic like there's no tomorrow. The 9 of Brandon Jones.
You're right. Clear left. All clear. Clear left.
I think it's going to be Riley Herbst getting scared this time, looking where the 24 is at. The 24, he's a good road course racer, and he is fast. How about Jeremy Clements in the top 5?
All right, you're clear.
Haven't really said his name much this season. Same with Alex LeBay there in 3rd. Haven't really said his name much this season. And here he is currently sitting 3rd. Now, if the regular season concluded at this racetrack, well, the 24 is already in because he has multiple victories this season. But it would go off the top 12. Actually, the top 13. So whoever was in 2nd through 13th place would be in the playoffs right now. Well, Riley Herbst is going to lead the lap, but the 24 gonna try to make sure he doesn't lead another one and takes the lead here right back at Mid-Ohio. 6 laps to go in the opening stage, and stay tuned because this stage got interesting real quick. We already had 2 cautions and definitely want to stay tuned for the rest of the race. Coming up next here on YouTube TV Network, and we'll mention this again at the end of the race, GTA 5 on Patrol Live, Season 2, Episode 6. My favorite weekend show, besides this. Also, fun fact for you, the 24, when he runs his Nampa scheme, the blue is normally on the hood. But this time, he decided it was opposite day. And he put the blue on the back and the white on the hood. And I gotta say, I love this car better. Gotta be careful to make sure they pay attention though, so they don't run off the track. But gotta love this car, definitely. But if he really wanted to throw it back to his favorite driver, he could do an all blue car. Throwback week we normally did during the playoffs. His first 2 seasons in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, the throwback race was during the Cup Series playoffs. Because the Xfinity Series playoffs don't start at the same time the Cup Series do. Same with the truck. But throwback weekend, the playoff opener for the Cup Series, that normally happened around that time. However, this season, for all 3 series, it happened earlier in the season. And I can't remember if it was if the Xfinity and truck race was live streamed or not. Because sometimes there's a little time constraints for other stuff. So we don't always live stream everything this season. Hopefully we'll get back into that a little more next season. Definitely going to be swamped though. Because once we enter the spring, SRX is starting back up. Keep trying to start that, and then we don't find time for it, and then we have to end it. We will find time to bring you guys some SRX. Well, you don't need to see how much fuel I have left, or the 24 has left. You need to see what lap we're on in the stage. So we're coming to 4 to go. The only reason it's not 4 to go now is because there's an oddball lap. So if you're a non-race fan and didn't know that, now you do.
That was a great lap.
We haven't completed lap 17 yet. That's why it's 4 to go instead of 3 to go. Meanwhile, the 24 is catching back up to lap traffic, and some of those guys that didn't get the free pass on those 2 cautions are like, stay away, please. But the 24 is hungry. Matt Mills. Definitely wish he was having a card day, but it has not been his deck of cards. He can't seem to find the King card. He keeps getting the Joker card. Same with Jeff Green. And Caesar B, there in 33rd. He keeps getting the Joker card too. It says Cassell, but Tyler Reddick driving the number 89 today.
Still there. All clear.
Some of these drivers have been finishing like last all season long. Meanwhile, the 24 has, like I said, won every race to this point, and definitely already winning this one.
All right, you're clear.
He did say he might try to slow his car down just a little bit, just to hopefully give some other drivers a chance to win some races because, again, won every race to this point. You don't really need to win every race. He's already in the playoffs, so I'll be surprised. I would not be surprised if he slows his car up a little bit. Still fights for the win, but, you know, ends up giving up the win in some races. He said here in Talladega, he's gonna definitely bring his A game and his fast cars there. He's good at those super speedways. Talladega will start the coverage for Twitch Sports Network 1. We live streamed the first half of the season, and they handled for the Xfinity and Cup Series, and they handled the second half for the Xfinity and Cup Series of the season. We continue to bring you Truck Series action all season long for that. Pretty much, if you watch NASCAR in real life, you know it's pretty much what Fox and NBC do. Fox does the first half for Cup and Xfinity, and NBC does the second half, plus the playoffs. And actually now USA too, because NBC Sports shut down.
Still there. You got room. You're clear.
So 2 laps to go. Again, the reason that is, if you don't watch racing regularly, is because we have not completed lap 19 yet. Ooh, Sam Mayer, even though it says a net, we're going off current roster. Sam Mayer fell back to 20th. He actually started the race second. He is going to go a lap down here. So normally GTA 5 on Patrol Live would be starting right now, but obviously our coverage is cutting into that, so they'll probably just run the show a little late.
Here to your right.
Kobe Howard stole a win last season, made the playoffs, made it all the way to the championship for her, unfortunately came up short. 24 became a 2-time champion, and he's definitely going to try to run it back this season. There's the number 19. Now, Urbane, the driver of the number 24, he drove that number 19 his rookie season. Then he decided his second season to make his own team. Well, he made his own team, and he was using the number 19, the Joe Gibbs Racing cars in IRL. And then he decided, you know what? I want to have my own manufacturer, own numbers. So he brought the 24, 25, and 23 cars. And they're all Chevy Camaros, and he's been running them since last season. And he likes the Camaros, and he's the number 24 because that's what his favorite driver IRL used to be in the Cup Series. Ray Black Jr., he actually made it to the championship for her in the Xfinity Series playoffs last season.
All right, you're clear.
Whoa.
All clear.
24 made some contact with the 18 of, what the heck is his name? Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith, that's his name. Hey, if you're still in here, Apex, tell Dakota that we'll just start it when I'm done.
There. All clear. Clear left.
If you have the app on your phone.
All right, you're clear.
And stage 1 goes to the 24, and actually, I'll just tell you. Okay, so there's your top 5 for stage 1. You got the 24, Herbst, LeBay, Cindric, and Allgaier. You might ask what the 24 did there. It is in your best bet to pit at the end of the stages.
All right, you're coming to the green. Almost ready.
And green flag, stage 2 underway. So only 17 laps this stage, so 20 laps stage 1, 17 laps stage 2, and look at this run, the 24's got, he's gonna contact the 98.
All clear.
And the 98's gonna turn into him. You gotta love racing like that. Rubbin is racing. Alex LeBay challenging for second again, and he is clear. He's gonna get it. Oh no, he's not clear, but he is gonna get second at least. And 24 pulled away too fast. He's actually gonna be generous again and slow up to let them catch up a little bit. So you may wonder why he's only driving 50 miles per hour. Is because right now we're only not even a lap into the stage, and you don't really want to pull away not even a lap into the stage. So I'm just driving a little bit slow to stay with the pack. Okay, now he's going to hit the gas and go because LeBay tried taking the lead. Herbst is back in front of LeBay. Cindric challenging for third. Well, the 24 is off the grass a little bit and almost on a pit road. You got to be careful on that turn. That's like dead man's road right there. And lap 1 complete here in stage 2. 24 is going to lead it. And like we said, he's a great road course racer. So I would not be surprised if he dominates and wins yet another race this season. Like, come on. When's this dude not gonna win? I mean, he's just great. He's had a Cinderella season after a okay start. It was actually a good start his rookie year and last season, winning like 5 races in a row before he lost one. And this season, he, like we said, won every race to this point. And now, like you said, now that he's a gap, he's gonna be generous again. He is slowing up. Okay, and now he's going to go back up to speed. And it's not a bad idea to maybe stick with the pack for a few laps because, you know, even if they pass you, it's still, I mean, it's still good. Because you can obviously get the lead back, but, however, if you don't want to lose the lead, you know, it's not anything wrong with sticking with the pack either. Pack racing is the best racing. Except maybe not at 200 miles an hour at Daytona or Talladega or Atlanta now. Already down to 15 to go here in stage 2, and we've had 3 cautions to this point. 24 out in front. And I think he's just going to race until he can't. And he's going to go on pit road, get fuel and tires. And he'll probably pit again at the end of stage 2, even though he's literally going to pit this stage. The 24 said on the radio that he's not being generous during the final stage. He is on the throttle, putting pedal to the metal, and taking this win. So he told everybody to enjoy it now because they're going to have to really earn it once we get into that final stage. And after the stage, we'll tell you where we'll be at next week. I believe it's Daytona. So if it is Daytona, that means we have 2 points races left in our coverage for the season. That is Daytona and then the race at Vegas, All-Star Weekend. And we do an All-Star race for the truck and Xfinity too. However, those races are points races. But the tradition for the Cup Series stands. The Cup Series race is a non-points race. We heard he might take it to 12 to go and then dive down pit road. He said he doesn't really care about winning this stage as much as the first one because he's won the first one and like we said, he's already locked in the playoffs, so he can easily give up a stage.
Clear left. All right, you're clear. All right, you're clear.
Oh, contact with Tyler Reddick there. But he's not got time to have, he does not have time to sympathize for running into the driver. He has to go. Get this thing to 12 to go, get down pit road. Gas. He's probably just going to take gas. He said on the radio a few moments ago, you didn't hear it because you can't really hear the radios unless if we tap in. But because he's going to change his tires at the end of the stage off the track, and these drivers are making their own track, and he's into the back of Josh Malicki. Road course racing. New meme. Road course racing. Jeffrey Earnhardt's like, you don't have to worry about me. You don't have to worry about me. I am going to dive low because I saw what happened back there even though I didn't. David Starr, we talk about it. He's been winless for 2 seasons. He won 2 races in the 2021 season. And the league talks about possibly having a longer off season this season and not. So after this is the 2022-2023 season. So they're thinking about getting out of the double-digit stuff and going back to just 1 season. So that means after this season, the cars would race again in January of 2024. It would start a month earlier than the real stuff. But that's what they're still talking about.
All clear.
Because nobody really wants it to go through 2 seasons if you're trying to be the champion for 1 season.
Stay to your left. Steer to your right.
In the back is 61 of Bubba Wallace there. Some of these drivers will be doing the Cup race tomorrow. Some of them will be heading to the next track. Again, at the end of the stage, we will tell you where coverage will be next week. We're pretty sure it's Daytona.
All right, you're clear.
So we go pretty much down Interstate 75, down into Florida, to Daytona Beach, if that is the track. Because we are in Ohio, technically.
Still there.
Hence the name of the track, Mid-Ohio. Then it's Daytona.
All clear. clear.
Making his way around the 19 of Ryan Truex now. Because Brandon Jones moved cars in IRL, so therefore, since we're going off the current roster, that is what. And he went a little longer than he wanted to, but sometimes you can do that just to see if you'll get a caution. And he needs McLaughlin to move out of his way, making contact with him. Yeah, it's going to definitely be a fuel-only stop. And maybe he'll be able to get out before Riley Herbst gets around. I don't think so. He might have to chase down a few cars. Which he is capable of doing. .40 miles per hour on pit road, and he is in. He's going to take one can, looks like.
10 laps to go.
Since it's 10 to go. No, he's going to take half a can. It's 10 laps to go. He can take half a can and get away with it. Whoa! What in the world? What the heck? Okay. So, didn't lose much. Lost 2 positions, and our car had an absolute seizure on pit road for some reason.
Alright, you're clear.
And now it's ghosted.
Alright, you're clear.
Maybe that will change at the end of the stage. Well, since I can just drive through cars, why not just drive through cars?
Alright, you're clear.
Also the hashtag, you guys did not see that, and credits to one of my favorite YouTubers, Steve the Gamer. He's actually the one that started that, so look up Steve the Gamer 55 on YouTube. Definitely subscribe to his channel. He's a cool guy. He does GTA 5 RP style videos on PC. So whatever happened on pit road, we're just gonna pretend we didn't see. But I really wish my car, or the car, would stop ghosting itself, because we're still competing in the race. Definitely gonna have to repair some damage though, at the end of the stage.
Clear left.
Might as well just take this stage 2 to see if it will fix our car here.
Right side clear.
And if it doesn't fix our car, and it has to race like this, definitely apologize about that one, guys. Not sure what even happened there.
Alright, you're clear. Alright, you're clear. Right side clear. All clear.
maybe that would have fixed our car, but didn't. 8 laps to go here in stage 2 from Mid-Ohio.
Clear left.
Oh, please spin out, please spin out. I was gonna say, maybe a caution will fix it.
Right side, right side.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Do not pit. Yes! Let's go, okay. Got a little too excited there.
Coming to the green. Almost ready. 5 to go, you got it.
5 laps going stage 1. Should we let Jeremy Clements win the stage? Let me know in the comments. Hang on, let's pause the video and watch the live. What do you guys think? Should we let Jeremy Clements get this stage win?
All clear.
Apex says no, so you're gonna have to. Oh, well, I guess that could count as giving him the win if he caught me. Oh, not paying attention where we're going, guys. Gonna use Steve's word again. Hashtag you all didn't see that. Okay, we're actually gonna pause just one more time to switch back over to the show I was watching over on the Reels channel on my phone. Alright. I know we did not just back out. Bruh. Alright, hang on. You know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do since we accidentally back out? We're just gonna make the race 38 laps, no stages, and just continue on that way. Dang it. Hit the wrong button. I wish it would say, are you sure you want to quit? Whoops. And then I hit the wrong button again. So we are going to, since we were fools, we are going to say Jeremy won that stage, just because. But, like I said, we're going to actually back out again, just make it 38 even laps with no stages. Since I wasn't sure how many there was to go anyway. There was 75. We completed 20 in stage 1. Add 17 onto that, so well, it might even be less. Hang on a sec. It might even be less laps to go. I want to be sure. 20 plus 17, 37. 75 minus 37. Oops. Oh, yeah, 38 laps to go. Alright. So, let's back out and redo it. My fault, guys. We completely have fat fingers. So we hit the wrong button. We accidentally hit circle instead of X. Alrighty here. So that would actually be, oops, that would actually be 50%. And we didn't do it again. Alright. Back in here. Single race stage. Save and continue. $38 laps. There we go. Alright. So we're gonna say Jeremy won that stage because that was completely my fault. So I won stage 1, Jeremy won stage 2. And now this is the race for the finish. And since there's 38 laps to go, I'm not doing qualifying all over again just to have the lead. So I'm just going to say I pitted and I fell back in the pack. But the good news is anybody that was multiple laps down is now back on the lead lap. And it is subject to change whoever starts where. So we are going to start, unfortunately, dead last in this since we're not going to qualify. But alright, so there was 38 laps to go just to qualify. We did the math and figured it out.
We're going green.
Technically, there was a few more because we
Almost ready.
didn't quite complete stage 2, but we're just gonna say Jeremy won it.
Right side.
And if you guys could please move, that'd be great.
Clear right.
So we do have cautions on though. So final stage, guys. Looks like Austin Cindric has the lead,
All clear.
even though
Right
technically,
side. All right, you're clear.
like I said, we gave the win to Jeremy Clements.
Clear to your right. All clear.
I wish you could edit live streams because I would just cut out the part where I had to like go back and like make it to where I could do just 38 laps without stages.
Clear left. Left side. Left side. All right, you're clear.
Not how I wanted to finish this one out, guys, but you know what, it happens. And that orange car right there in 7th place, we're going to pretend that's still out of the race because he was DNF'd at the time. At the time, we accidentally hit the wrong button. So Alex LeBay currently running 2nd. We'll just say Jeremy pit and fell back in the pack as well at the end of stage 2.
All right, you're clear.
So Cindric's definitely going to he's definitely going to lead the first lap of the final stage here. But that 24 is definitely running him down. He's got to get around Alex LeBay first, though. Which he's going to do right here.
Stay to your right. Clear left.
And now he just has to focus on Cindric. With 37 to go in the entire race. He's caught up to Cindric. Cindric's getting out of the throttle nicely. But here comes the 24 on the bottom.
Still there.
And taking the lead.
All clear.
All the way from the back to the lead. We'll just say everybody was given a free pass that was multiple laps down. So, completely our fault again, guys. I apologize about that. But just gotta move on now and finish out the race. Had there been 37 laps to go in the race, we would have ended up doing 38 still because, like, I kind of wish you could customize the number of laps because if you had 5 laps to go in the race and you accidentally backed out, then, you know, you should be able to make it like 5 laps. So 36 laps to go. See where Jeremy Clements is at, and not anywhere in the top 5. Whoops. Sorry about the flashing light to anybody that may have epilepsy. There is like multiple warnings too that I'm gonna start making disclaimers, so anything with flashing lights, definitely be aware of. So we'll have to see if Clements can catch up in the closing laps. And I gotta say though, that I did get back in the race very quickly. That didn't take very long. Because all I had to do was go make a few changes. I had to turn off stages, make it a single race stage, and make it 50% of normal. Let's just not pause anytime soon. Didn't even pause to take a sip of the Baja Blast sitting next to me. So, yikes. Looks like Kobe Howard fell back.
Stay left. All clear.
Same with Tyler Reddick.
All clear. Clear
Chad
left.
Fincham will be running the Cup race tomorrow. Ooh, little contact between Miller and the 24 there.
All clear.
Alright, we are gonna pause, but we're gonna make sure we click the right button this time. But we gotta tell you where we're going next week, I just remembered. So, it looks like, yeah, we are heading to Daytona. That means we are down, after this race, we are down to the final 2 points races of our coverage of the Xfinity Series season. And that's the same thing with the Cup Series, down to actually 1 points race left in our coverage because the All-Star race is a non-points race. So, it's been a great season. Wild. Wish we could have brought you all the broadcasts, but we had some technical difficulties in the first few weeks of the season, so we weren't able to get those races, and then other times it was just we couldn't get on. So.
All clear.
Definitely next season, guys, we'll be hoping to bring you coverage of all the races.
Left side clear.
Jesse Little driving for Motley Motorsports in the number 4.
All right, you're clear. All clear.
Joe Nemechek gets a bump draft.
Clear left.
Also, the reason why that car said 2020 on it, and some of the drivers are in here that aren't in the series, is because this game is technically the 2020 season, but we're just making sure we just update our rosters. They are supposed to be adding something for 2022, but I'm wondering if they're not going to hold off till 2023. Maybe that 2022 already came out and we're unaware of it, but last time I checked, they were supposed to be making something for 2022, so hopefully that includes an upgrade to the Truck and Xfinity Series. Along with the Cup Series, you're definitely getting the Cup Series. The brand new Gen 7 Next Gen car. See, my opinion is it looks better in the game than it does real life. That's just my own personal opinion. You guys can feel free to put your opinions down in the comments below, but I think personally the number move forward only looks good with certain paint schemes and certain sponsors. Like, you gotta map it out well. Like, your sponsors shouldn't be slanted and like large, like on the car. Like, you could put the number on the door and still have the sponsor big enough on the back. Personally, the old car was just fine to me, but I mean, we're not NASCAR, so we can't really control what they do. We can have our own opinions, but can't really control what they do. Now, it will be interesting because these cars will be coming to pit road soon. So the 24 definitely probably will get that damage taken care of. Hopefully the car doesn't have a seizure this time like it did in the last one. I'm kind of actually glad that we slipped up and accidentally clicked the wrong button, because who knows if the car would have had another seizure on pit road or something. And then it was ghosted like until the next caution came out. So we've had at least 5 cautions in this race total, because we're counting the ones that happened in the other one that we accidentally clicked out of. Just for clarification, in case any new viewers pop in. And like we said, we're just doing 38 laps in this one, because that's how many there were to go. At the time, our fat fingers got the best of us. So apparently the damage on this car got the best of us too, because it doesn't like us driving on the track very much. Riley Herbst was running good. Now he's falling back to 13th and a lap down.
All clear.
Here's Ray Black Jr. performing better in the race than he was. He's up to 12th, and it's kind of hard to believe we're only 7 laps in.
Far left. All right, you're clear.
And now we are on lap 8, so 31 to go. And GTA 5 on patrol live again, just waiting.
All clear. All right, you're clear.
Slow up a little bit. Stupid phone fell over. Alright, there we go. What the heck? Alright.
Careful, still there. Left side clear. All clear.
Landon Castle in 10. Going a lap down. Running good though. Like we said, whoever finishes in the top 13 today will go into the playoff picture. If the regular season ended today, those would be the cars that would make it into the playoffs. Actually, why did we say top 13? We meant top 12.
Still there.
We meant top 12, yeah, because 11 other drivers, so yeah. Whoever finishes behind the leader in positions 2nd through 12 would be in. Obviously, that excludes a driver who is already in. In the event a driver that is already in the playoffs finishes, which is currently only the 24 right now, if he was to finish 5th, then we would go to the 13th position. So we actually kind of mixed up our words there. It's not the 13th position. We go from 2nd through 12th because only 12 drivers qualify for the playoffs at the end of the season. Dead man's curve there. Gotta slow up to avoid pit road. Gonna scratch the wall a little bit. 29 to go.
Still there. Clear to your right.
And the 24 said he's coming down pit road next time by. Maybe a caution will come out soon. It would be our it would be our 7th caution flag of the day. Or of the night. Technically it's day in the game, but we're gonna pretend that there's lights on right now, so. Moved Ryan Truex out of his way. The 24's crew is ready on pit road.
All clear.
And the 24 said he is around the corner, so they're getting even more ready. They got 4 fresh Goodyear tires, the Sunoco fuel, and the tape ready to fix that car up because it's kind of a little damaged. And here comes the 24. Only 40 miles per hour is permitted on pit road. He's going about 26. And there's 28 laps to go, so he is going to have to pit again before the end of the race. And the car came in the right way this time. And the car is fixed.
All right, dig.
However, the 24 keeps the lead because the 22 did not get all the way around.
All right, you're clear.
So he's off pit road. Again, he's going to have to go down at least one more time before the end of the race, and he's going to have to get tires and fuel again. But normally you don't see the 24 make green flag pit stops. Like,
All clear.
normally he tries to wait for a caution, and if he's really about to run out of fuel and really has to go under green, then he goes. But at a road course, if you have a big gap off of second place, you can just pull into the pits, get what you need, and get out before second place even gets there. However, the 10 of Landon Castle, he did get his lap back. However, he's going to lose it again.
All right, you're clear.
He wasn't that far ahead of the 24.
All right, you're clear.
.27 laps remain.
Careful, still there. All clear. Still there. All clear.
24, he's going to go until he about runs out of fuel again. And he's going to go down pit road and make his final pit stop. He can run about 15 more laps.
All right, you're clear. All right, you're clear.
It's hard to believe we're already 7 days into the new year. Actually, not quite 7 days,
Stay to your left.
because 7 days hasn't been completed yet. At midnight, then we can say we're about 7 days into the new year. But it's just crazy how fast how fast it went. It seemed like just yesterday was New Year's, and now here we are on January 7th, 2023.
Still there. All clear.
And in June, I'm not giving out all the details, but in June, 10 years ago, I would have been 10 years old. Because this year, it's gonna be 20. Oh, well, what is going on here? This might be a caution. Jeffrey Earnhardt on the track,
You got room. You're clear.
smoking. Either that engine has expired or a tire has expired.
All right, you're clear.
Are we going to see our 7th caution flag? That's the thing. Look at that. The 24 almost spun out.
Still there. Clear left. Clear to your right. All clear.
We promise we are getting closer to the end of this thing. Road course racing, though, usually takes a minute. But the high banks of Daytona, 120, it's either 120 or 130 laps. Under the lights. The Credit One Bank 300. Coverage begins next Saturday about 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yellow's out.
And there is a caution. Just gonna pit here, and then we're gonna end up having to pit again, but why not?
We're going green. Be ready here.
And Jeffrey Earnhardt probably brought out the caution, and it looks like the engine expired on that car.
All clear.
So with 22 laps to go, it's gonna be a bummer for him.
Right side. All right, you're clear.
And the 24 has said with 14 laps to go in the race, he's gonna come in and around he goes!
Yellow flag.
Caution is out. That's the 8th caution.
We're going green. Almost ready.
And the green flag is back in the air. 19 laps to go. 2038, not quite yet. This is only 2023. So the 24 spun out in turns 2 and 3. Brought out the caution. That was the 8th time the caution flag has waved in this race. So again, with 14 laps to go, he said he's coming in, getting 4 fresh Goodyear tires and Sunoco fuel, and that will finish the race out. Well, it's estimated 14 to go. He could even stay out a little longer to see if he could get potentially another caution. But you know what the 22 is saying about caution? Yes, yes, and yes. They want that caution because they can catch up to the leader. "17 laps to go from Mid-Ohio." So if you're looking for GTA 5 on Patrol Live, that'll be coming up after our coverage concludes from Mid-Ohio. So if you'd like to stay tuned to watch the last little bit of this, to then tune into that, more than welcome to. Well, actually, it's going to be a completely different live stream, but still, if you are looking for it, you know, you can choose to stay in this stream. Fortunately, it is going to be a different stream, but you can choose to come back. We don't know when this is going to be completed, so that's what I mean by if you want to stay and watch the rest of this stream. There's 17 laps to go, but it's a road course, so it's going to take a minute to get around. And it could end sooner, it could end, like, forever from now. It just doesn't, I would hope it doesn't end forever from now, but... Oh, 24, spinning out again in turns 2 and 3. And you know what? He's like, forget this. I'm just going to drive over that completely because it slipped off the track. About 12 laps of fuel left.
All right, you're clear.
Kraft Jr. fell back. Fortunately, cannot recover.
All right, you're clear. Clear left.
15 laps to go. We're not even going to comment on what just happened back there.
Clear left.
And what a crossover that was by the 24. That was such a clean crossover, but at the same time, like, scary. You know what? They might as well make this all concrete.
All right, you're clear.
And you know what the 24 is thinking of these lap cars right now? Move, get out the way, get out the way. He's technically they are supposed to get out of the way of the faster cars. Hasn't been up front all race. Caesar B, ever since getting the free pass, got up to 19th, but hasn't been able to do anything. It looks like the engine did expire on that 0 car because, well, he hasn't come back out on the track. And I think the 24 just said, forget trying to stay on the track. The dang thing slides off anyway, so might as well just drive completely off the track.
Still there. All right, you're clear.
Too fast, almost drove straight completely off the track.
All right, you're clear.
And we're pretending that number 8 car is out of the race too. Because technically he's supposed to be, but again, yeah, you guys know. 13 laps to go.
Clear right.
And I think next time by, it'd be safe if the 24 pulls in. We'll see if anybody joins him. If he's gonna pull in, he might as well do it now with 13 to go. That way he at least leaves plenty of laps to make something happen in the event he does lose the lead. Now, if he does lose the lead and doesn't win, it's not really a big deal because he doesn't really have to win this race, but a road course king, whoa, into Jeremy Clements though, and he's all over the place. But a road course king who dominated the race, even though Jeremy Clements won stage 2 there, you definitely want to win it.
All clear.
But if you don't, you don't.
Still there. All right, you're clear.
Josh Balicki oddly running good in 12th.
Clear left.
A lot of the cars that got the free passes running good. Some of them
Clear left.
fell back.
All clear.
Slow it down to 40 miles per hour. The final pit stop for the 24 here. And he's gonna, looks like he's gonna take 2 cans, I heard on his radio a little bit ago, and 4 tires. And this should get him to the end of the race. And just like that, 24 back out on the track.
Clear the pit. Hammer down.
And the 22, is he pulling into pit road? No, he's actually still on the track, but the 24 is still in the lead. So the 24 can make it to the end of the race on fuel and tires. The rest cannot, so we'll have to see what they do.
Left side clear. Clear to your right.
So Jeremy Clements, even though he's outside the top 12, since he won a stage, he would still get into the second part of the playoffs if the regular season ended today. So it will just be the top 11, who's ever up there. That will be in the current picture. Now keep in mind, that does not mean Jeremy Clements has clinched a playoff spot. He has to win to clinch a spot. However, that stage win is going to help him get into the picture and deep into the picture. And currently, right now, he sits second in the playoff standings, despite him performing kind of horrible right now ever since winning that stage.
Yellow flag.
Well, that's about the 11th or 10th caution, something like that. And here's the green flag. Cindric up to second, very hungry here for a win. And with 8 laps to go, I don't know. The 24, look at this. 24 is like, see ya. How about Alex LeBay, though? He's definitely gonna be in the picture. And we'll take a look at that and let you know everybody that would be in the playoff picture at the end of the race. It is 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So we have gotten word that On Patrol Live will go, for GTA 5, will go just a little bit later. About an hour later, just because you gotta make up the time. This is a league race, that is why it matters. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. And the drivers are coming to 7 to go. So again, I mean, 7 laps to go. 24 outstanding. Stage 2, Jeremy Clements got. 24 goes all the way to the tail end of the field. Everybody gets the free pass. Everybody's back on the lead lap per the rules because of what happened. 24 restarts the final stage, dead last, races his way up to the front, and by pitting before that caution came out, put himself in a position to win this race and put the pedal to the metal on the restart. And now with 7 laps to go, he has a 5.1 second lead off of Cindric. And 24 spun out again. That will bring out a caution, so 4 laps to go. Not what we wanted to happen there, but there's only 7 cars on the lead lap, guys. That is crazy.
Be ready here.
Also, that caution makes the race shorter, though. It makes it 3 laps shorter, so there are 4 laps to go.
All clear.
24 back on the throttle. They'll be coming to 3 to go this time. So the only DNFs this race is the number 8 car and the number 0 car. Both had engines expire in the race, and that's got to be stressful, because not only is that stressful for the crew, because they got to replace that expensive engine, but that's stressful. You go out in the race and then your engine expires and you can't even finish the race. Especially when you're trying to, I mean, you go into the season hoping you make the playoffs, and they're not guaranteed, so, you know, having your engine expire like that in a race and being out, that's not going to help you towards the playoffs any. The 24 literally could crash out of every race, have his engine blow up in every race, and he would still be in those playoffs. Because of how the rules are. You have to win or at least one race to get into the playoffs. But in the event we have more than 12 different winners, the lowest in points would be out of the playoffs, which would be the person with only 1 win. Because the new winner would automatically get in the playoffs. So pretty much we say 2 laps, I meant 2 wins guarantees you a spot in the playoffs no matter what happens. So 2 or more wins is what you really need to clinch. But you are technically in the playoffs as soon as you win 1 race. Just the only reason you need 2 is so that you're not the lowest in points and you're not the one getting knocked out of the playoffs. We are coming to 2 to go at the line though. And in the event the caution comes out, we're going to explain the rules of overtime, just in case it does. So it's a 2-lap shootout, green, white, checkered finish. If the leader takes the white flag under green, next flag ends the race. Caution prior, we re-rack them and we restart them. And there's unlimited attempts until a winner is declared. In the event there is no caution, if the leader gets to the white flag and it marks 1 to go in the race, in regulation, same rules apply, next flag ends the race. Caution prior to, we go to overtime. So there's still plenty of time for a caution because we are at 2 to go. Next, if the 24 makes it back across that finish line and sees the white flag under green, then the next flag ends it. '24 hoping that it goes green flag to the white flag, and 22 hoping there's a caution, that way he at least has a chance. But when the 24 has been winning the restarts, I mean, I'm not too sure if you do have a chance against the 24. So will the 24 make it back to the line, or will there be a caution? Still got a few more turns before we know for sure. However, 24 is catching up to lap traffic. And it looks like the leader will make it. White flag, 1 lap to go. The next flag will end it here at Mid-Ohio. So it's guaranteed going to be another road course win for the 24 this season. Another win in what's been a historical season for him. Winning stage 1 and the race. Jeremy Clements, your stage 2 winner, just one last time. Like we said, it's definitely guaranteed here because there's no way the 22 catches him. And if the caution comes out, he's going to win anyway. So the 24 going to go to victory lane again. And then we're going to head to Daytona. But first, we got to get that current playoff picture for you guys. So obviously the 24 is locked in, no matter what happens. But there's still 11 drivers that are not locked in. Jeremy Clements has entered the picture in the 2nd seed, but he has to win at least 2 races to lock it, but at least 1 race to be in the playoffs in the event that there's not more than 12 different winners. Through the final turns for the final time. Oh, costly mistake. Didn't matter. Still got the race complete. Gonna do another crazy slide job through the final turn, off the track, back on, checkered flag in the air. The 24 gets her done here in Middle Ohio. And the reason we say middle is because it's Mid-Ohio, so that must mean Middle Ohio. Not too much room to do burnouts here. How about that? Another win for the 24, and he's going to park right there on the finish line and go and grab that checkered flag. Let's take a look at the medium replay for highlights. So here's the race start, making a pass for 26th place. This actually started the final stage. It says race start, but final stage. Make a pass for 21st place. And all this happened on lap 1. Wow. So, GTA 5 On Patrol Live, it normally concludes at 12 a.m., but at the conclusion of our coverage, whatever time it is, it will end at 1 a.m. and whatever time it is. So if it's like 10:10 or 10:15 when this ends, then it ends at 1:15 instead. They said that they would put an hour on, like they did last night for coverage. Now all this happened on lap 1. That is crazy. Lap 2 making a pass for first place. And the final lap, 24 runs off the track. Actually, the 38 gets the lap back, but the 68 does not. Crosses the line and wins it. Here's a look inside victory lane. Woo-hoo-hoo. First place. Yay. Crew's very happy. They'll be heading to Daytona. But not yet, because that driver there has to race again tomorrow in the Cup Series. Here's the results. So, we talk about, let's see where he finished at. Jeremy Clements finished 14th. However, he won Stage 2. So the 24 obviously sits first in the playoff standings. He won the race, but he sits first in the standings because every race to this point has been won by him, including this one. The 51 sits second in points of Jeremy Clements. So from third place down to 11, those guys are currently in the playoff picture. So we're just going to screenshot that. Okay, got it. So our coverage has concluded here at 10:11. That means on GTA 5 On Patrol Live will go to 1:11. Well, the 24 gets her done here in Mid-Ohio. So long, everybody. We'll see you for Xfinity Series action at Daytona next Saturday. Coming up next, GTA 5 On Patrol Live. Enjoy, everybody. And our coverage for the Cup Series tomorrow will get you a time when we know for sure. Other than that, check your local listings, and so long.